Hello, so I probably have more viewers today because it's a different subject and it's a more broader subject, I guess. Hello, I'm Sam Chaplin, I'm 17 years old and I am a human. Hello. So if you're in my age group or 4 years younger than me or whatever, you probably know who Justin Bieber is unless you've been living underneath some sort of rock for the past 5 years. Justin Bieber, if you're not sure who he is basically a pop star, you know, your average pop star who started off with a really big song. It was called Baby. It was released a few years ago, and since then he's grown up into a big pop star. So he started off as a little one and now he's a huge one. And so ever since Justin Bieber got big and famous and stuff, he's been living underneath some sort of microscope, the microscope being the watchful eye of the media and his fans and people like me who are sort of neutral, I guess. And recently he's been in the news, but unfortunately for him it's not because of his music. It's what's going on behind the microphone which is really making him more known. So today Justin Bieber was arrested for driving underneath the influence of alcohol, and that's something that, not being horrible to anyone, it's not surprising. Justin Bieber has had a lot of incidents with the law when it comes to maybe graffitiing or say perhaps marijuana issues. He's just a controversial artist basically, and a lot of people don't really like him, but millions of people love him. It's like Marmite basically. Justin Bieber is like Marmite, but you know, the human version of Marmite. I don't know where I stand with Justin Bieber, to be honest. I respect him for being an inspiration for millions and millions of girls, but then again, if he goes around like drinking and driving and stuff, he's meant to be a role model. Is that really something you're meant to do when you have like fan bases who are younger than, say, I don't know, 14 or 13? It just seems a little bit crazy to me. The thing about it is that upsets me really is the fact that because his fan base is so young and are so involved in his life because they love him so much because of his face or his music or whatever, they kind of try to justify what he's doing, and that's bad. You can't justify being drunk and driving. You can't justify smoking marijuana and then driving a car. You know, you're not meant to do it. Basically, it's against the law, and it's naughty, I guess. That's basically it. He's so famous. He's one of the most famous pop stars out there right now. He's loved, he's hated, he's admired. Don't justify that. Don't justify being under the influence of drugs or alcohol while you're driving a car. And also he was doing a drag race whilst, you know, in a town. You can't do drag races just like off the bat. You can't just do it. It's ridiculous. According to the BBC, he was granted £1,500 of bail, or $2,500 in America and Canada. I don't agree with what he's done. I don't necessarily like his music, but that's got nothing to do with this. Has got nothing to do with music at all. He's 19 years old. Most of his fan base are much younger than him, maybe 5 years or so. And the media kind of doesn't really do him any favours, but the media are doing their job. But the media want to make stories. There's an incident last year in which he was pissing in a mop bucket. I think it was mop bucket. And that's a bit weird. I think he was backstage somewhere, I'm not quite sure. And he was being filmed, being carried by his bodyguards, climbing up the Great Wall of China, and graffitiing in Australia, and spitting on his fans somewhere, I'm not sure where it was. There's so many things about Justin Bieber that are like bad, but again there's a few things that are good. I mean, there is some arguments on his side saying that like fame messes you up and it's difficult to be a massive famous pop star with all the pressure of the media and management and trying to impress fans and please fans and stuff. But then again, I mean, you're not trained to be famous, you're not trained how to be a celebrity, and because he was so young when he first started to be a mega star, it must have been difficult for him. But again, he must have that conscious in his head that like he is under the eyes of millions of people watching his basically watching his every move, and like he's made mistakes, but again he's made loads of mistakes like we just said, and Oh god, it's really, really weird, this whole thing. I mean, he's been let off bail, but there's an argument again that I've just seen on Twitter that, like, say if I did that, or maybe you did that, you'd be in prison and I'd be in prison. And is it, you know, is because he's so famous a reason why he's been let off bail? Conspiracy theory? I don't know. I don't know. He's been let off bail, and that's quite controversial, I think. I think that'll be the most serious story out of this whole thing, but I'm not sure what's going to happen next. Obviously, well, I'm not going for who, but you know. But yeah, alright guys. And if you guys have any opinions on Justin Bieber, or any things you want to say to me, then let me know, and I will reply to you in the comments, because I'm not the sort of person to do that. I'm not going to ignore you, I'm not going to discard you. I'm going to speak to you, because might as well, my hands are doing some sort of weird flappy thing here. Sorry about that, I'll stop. That was really, really like dancey.